Hi and welcome to the first video on chapter 3, the unit circle, circular functions, trig graphs, all of those types of things. Now I'm going to make lots of assumptions with this because I feel like you've done this in Year 10 and Year 11, so I'm going to fly through a lot of it, and a lot of this will be just recapping, and some of it will be a little bit new. So let's fly through it. So we're looking at the unit circle, circle with a radius of 1, so it gives us the 4 coordinates over here, the x values and the y values. We also know that the circumference of the circle, because the radius is 1, the circumference is 2 pi. So it's 2 pi from this point here all the way around to there again. We also know that there's 360 degrees in a circle, and we also know that there's 2 pi radians in a circle, radians just being the other unit. We'll deal mainly with radians in this one. So therefore, if you the first thing I guess that you need to kind of know is if you want to convert from a degree to a radian, you can look at this little equation over here, or alternatively, you can just remember that when you're converting a degree to a radian, you multiply by pi over 180. If you're converting the opposite, a radian to a degree, then you multiply by 180 over pi. Generally, the way that I remember it is that degrees get smaller, so you have to multiply by pi over 180. 180 is the bigger number, and radians get bigger, so 180 is on the top this time. Now, using sine and cosine, we're going to change, we're going to have a look at how it affects the unit circle here. So imagine I choose a point AB. It's got an angle from here, which I don't know, but it's less than 90 degrees. I'm going to blow that up over to here. I've got the coordinates of A and B. B being this distance from here to here, and A being this distance from here to here. Now, remembering from Year 9, we can use our SOHCAHTOA and realize that when I do the sine of this angle here, it's going to be this distance divided by 1, so sine theta over 1. So therefore, I can say that my y value, this distance here, is going to be sine theta over 1, if we want, opposite over hypotenuse, but I'm just going to leave it as sine theta. So I can say from now on that sine is the y value. Okay, so every time I'm getting the sine of an angle, I'm finding the y value. And similarly with the x value, it's the a distance there, and therefore I can do cos, adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's cos, so cos theta over 1. So therefore I can say that the cos theta is actually equal to the x value. Okay, so for example, sine 45 degrees means the y value at 45 degrees from the positive x-axis going clockwise. So from here going this way. Okay, and cos 30 is the same thing. It's the x value at 30 degrees going this way. Okay, hopefully that is all old to you. Finding tan, you don't really need to understand this, but this is kind of how we get tan. I actually need to look at ratios or similar triangles, which we'll look at later on in the course anyway. But imagine if I've got this triangle here, and then I'm just going to extrapolate that line out a little bit further and make it reach the edge of the circle here. There's a line there, a perpendicular line that reaches the edge of the circle. So I end up getting these two triangles here, this small one here and this larger one here. And I know that this big triangle is 1 unit, so I've actually got 2 triangles, I guess. I'll draw them out individually. I've got this one and I've got this one, and that one there sits inside this one. So I can use similar triangles, and I can say that sine theta over cos theta, which is actually opposite over adjacent, if this is the line angle theta, opposite over adjacent is the same as, it's in the same ratio as this opposite over this adjacent. So sine theta over cos theta will actually equal this distance here, which is z, over 1. So I can say that tan theta is actually sine over cos, z over 1, or y over x. Okay, which I've got actually written down here. We can say that tan theta is the same as sine over cos, or y divided by x. So in summary, sine is y, cos is x, and tan is y over x. Okay, that'll end part 1. In the next part, I'll talk about the quadrants in the unit circle. So thanks for listening.